G'day, I'm Tanker and this is Tanker's Review, and today I'm looking at Batman Arkham Knight. Is it actually fixed? Does the frame rates actually go up and down like it's supposed to? Or is it still trapped at 30 frames a second, then fluctuating between 0 and 30? Stick around and you'll find out. So for this performance test, what I'm going to use is Fraps up in the right hand corner up there. I'm also going to use the in-game PC performance test. But most of all, for starters, the graphics settings is going to be set to 1920 by 1080. Everything's going to be turned off or disabled to see what the game can actually do. Because let's face it, when this was first released, it was a joke. You get 30 frames a second, but then it'd drop to 10, and then it'd drop to 1, and then it'd go up to 30. It was all over the place, and then, let alone driving the car, it got even worse. So as you can tell, right now, my average frame rate is around 89, 90. The maximum frame I've hit is 92, minimum is 78. Current is 92. Going by Fraps, the current is 92. It fluctuates between 92 and 93 because it probably hits about 92.1, 0.2, something like that. But mostly it's around 92, 93, which is pretty much the same sort of settings. So they seem to have done alright. Now we've got another scene because of all the rain particles there, you know, the wet look on Batman and the helicopter shining a light on different rain particles, while the foreground rain particles might be highlighted, the background rain particles may not be, so that also drains on your graphics card. The frame rates, once again, are sitting nice and comfy. You've got 90, it's dropping now because you've got the smoke, you've got dust, you've got crap all over the ground. It dropped to a minimum of like 65. Its average rate right now is around 88, 91. Going by Fraps, it's around the same sort of numbers. So honestly, the performance of the game on low settings is really good. They've optimized the game. They've fixed it. So all in all, that's great. So what we'll do now is we'll go out of low settings and actually turn everything on except for VSync, because I play on a HD TV. So there's no point me turning it on, trying to show you guys the frame rates, when if VSync's on, you're only going to get the capability of my TV. So let's turn everything on high, on, times 16, enhance rain on, so nothing else can be turned on. VSync, yeah, we won't worry about that one, so we'll apply the settings, yes, go back down to performance test, and we'll go again. Originally I uploaded this video yesterday or the day before, got flagged for copyright because I used in-game audio. Music that was provided by the game actually got flagged for copyright. Yeah, it's a long story there. Current frame rate is 92, just like before. Average rate is around 86, 87. The maximum of hit is 92. The minimum is 60. But once again, that's probably because the game is just loading. You know, you can't expect a 1000 frame rate straight off the bat when your game loads. You're going to have that little split second of loading and stuff like that. So the same thing again. Minimum is 60. Maximum is 92. Average is 88. And this is with the graphics cranked. This is no VSync though, but the graphics are cranked to the max settings. I can't turn anything else on because I have AMD card. I don't have Nvidia card, and so therefore I can't turn on the GameWork products. So now that things are starting to happen, the frame rates have dropped a bit. We've gone down to 51 at one point there. I don't like that it's dropped that low. But who am I to sort of argue when it comes to this game, really? They've done a great job getting it back up to where it should have been in the first place when they released this game. high settings, I'm only getting around 51, 52, 55. The average is 78. The current's 84. Maximum's 92. And that's on ultra high settings. So I know you might be saying, oh, we want to see VSync. Okay, so I'll put VSync on. And the main reason why I didn't is because, as I said, I play on a HD TV. The maximum capability of my HD TV is about 59.98, something like that. And yeah, there's no point me trying to show the frame rates when it's just going to be trapped at 59.98. It may fluctuate between 59 point whatever to 60, but then it'll keep fluctuating back and forth, back and forth. So this is with VSync on. The minimum I have hit is 30. The average frame rate is around 56. The current frame rate is 60 to 69. And as I said, once again, VSync is on, and VSync will detect what my TV can do or what my monitor can do, and it'll only display it at that. So if I actually went out and got like a 4K monitor with like 5000 resolution, blah blah blah, and I had a graphics card that actually could support the 5000 resolution and offer me 20 million frames a second, that would actually be up at like 20 million frames a second instead of like 59, 60. But that's all my TV can do. And I'm quite happy with it because, well, let's face it, it's a 47-inch HD TV. It's nice, it's big, everything's more on it. But the problem is stuff like this. It just dropped to 48 right there. And that's with VSync on. So these frames were supposed to be processed before actually showing up on my screen. And it's dropping to 48. That I don't really like that. To me, I wish there was a bit more to it. But once again, it could just be AMD trying to optimize their drivers for the way this game is now. It could just be the game itself is more optimized towards NVIDIA cards. You know, but with VSync, the minimum frame I hit was 30, but the average frame rate I hit is 58. So thanks for watching. I hope this was informative. If it is, please give it a like button. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with more of my content. But most of all, out of everything, please comment. I need your comments to make my videos better. There's no point me trying to crap out a turd and hand it to you and say it's gold. That's not going to work. So please, offer me a review. Offer me a comment for your time spent watching me. Much love.